Hey, welcome to learn about astronomy, and this is just a quick video talking about Venus. Venus that can be seen in the southwest sky after sunset. Very, very bright. It just passed its maximum brightness of minus 4.4. Venus has a interesting feature if you have a small telescope. It's the fact that it can actually display phases like the moon. Because it is inside the orbit between the sun and Earth, it actually has phases. And we're at that point where Venus is a small little crescent visible in the southwest sky. So if you've got a telescope, a small telescope, pointed at Venus, very, very bright in the southwest sky after the sunset, and you should see a very miniature, really a miniature crescent there. And so because it is at the closest point between Earth and the sun, it's also quite big. So in a telescope, even a small telescope, which will show you its minuscule crescent. So it's like watching a miniature moon, actually. So it's an interesting feature of Venus. And as it will be coming back in the morning sky in early next year, in 2014, it's going to be a reversed crescent Venus that's going slowly but surely get bigger and bigger. What's interesting is that the point where Venus gets the brightest is basically a point where we have this thin crescent, and the reason is that it's a mix of the amount of sun reflected visible from Earth and its closeness to Earth also. Venus is the planet that gets closest to the Earth. Mars is second. So really we get closer to Venus than we actually get to Mars. And so at this point in time, we're about at the closest point from Venus, or almost getting to the closest point. So if you have a small telescope, I think it's worth it to take a look, and it should look something like a very thin crescent of the planet. There's no real features any other than that a telescope will bring you out of Venus, for the simple reason is that the cloud cover of Venus is generally pretty much white, and in a regular telescope the contrast between the clouds are so small that you actually won't see much of differences on the cloud layers. So it's basically a very white thin crescent, and that's about it. If we just look at a few facts about Venus. Venus is the planet that is closest to Earth in its diameter. We are, only a few hundred kilometers difference actually between Venus and Earth, which is quite interesting. It is a terrestrial type planet, so it has a hard surface. But it has a very big difference. It's that its atmosphere is really a runaway climate heater. So basically we're talking about gases here on Earth like carbon dioxide that are greenhouse gases. Well, Venus is a runaway greenhouse gas planet. So the problem is that on its surface it's like 400 something degrees Celsius, which is pretty amazing. Venus rotates on itself very slowly, and it actually takes more time to have a full rotation on itself than it takes for it to make a full turn around the sun. So the orbit around the sun takes 224 days, and its day lasts 243 days. So this is very slow rotation. We have similar size but different atmospheres. Beside planet Earth, Venus is one of the most widely explored planets and goes way back to the first solar Venus probes, that we sent back in the 60s, 70s. There are mountains on Venus that are higher than the one on Earth. For example, Mount Everest. Well, Venus has higher planets than that. Mons is more than 5 miles high, and Venus is the brightest planet viewed from Earth. It's actually the third brightest object in our night sky. It is very bright, and after the moon and the sun, this is the brightest planet you can see in the night sky. You can't miss it if you look in the southwest. A lot of people mistake it for a plane, an airplane. The rotation is from east to west, which is reversed. And the only other planet that actually does that is Uranus. So it's pretty interesting to have these facts about Venus. The probes that went on Venus, the Venera probes from the Soviet era, 2 probes actually took pictures of the surface, and because of the pressure, the high pressure and the heat, both probes didn't last more than about 60 minutes. So they took pictures for 60 minutes before they died of probably extreme heat, and also the fact that in the clouds the little droplets are sulfuric acid, so lots of corrosion about our probes there, and it's actually raining sulfuric acid on the surface itself. So it's not a good place to actually live. So this was a quick look at Venus that's giving us our last few weeks of viewing before it's dropping to the sun, the glare of the sun, and coming back somewhere in 2014, in early 2014, in the morning sky. So take a look, because you won't see it after December. You won't see Venus really much more in the sky, in the night sky, until the end of 2014. So it's going to take a while before it comes back. If you enjoy our videos, please subscribe to our channel and you'll be informed when new videos are online. If you have any comments or questions on what you've seen, let us know. Maybe you have a feature, a comment, suggestion, let us know and we'll try to put that video online. And hopefully you enjoy our videos. Hey, share them with your friends, Facebook, Twitter, everywhere. And hopefully you enjoy our channel. So thanks for watching, and hope you come back to learn about astronomy. Bye-bye.